This is Daily Gains. Welcome back.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Dave. It's time to get it in. Let's get going. James 3:1. Not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, for you know that we who teach will be judged with greater strictness.
Jumping into chapter 3 here this afternoon. Dave, I'll tell you that this is a verse when I was in Bible college. I printed this out in big, large letters and I taped it to my door.
Really?
Outside so that I could see this every time I walked into my dorm room.
Never noticed.
And so that all of the other guys in my dorm would also see it whenever they passed my door or, came in to chat with me about whatever. About Bible college, it's full of sinners. I know it's going to shock many people. But there it is. And sad to say, I'm speaking the truth.
I thought you were going to say I'm talking about myself.
No, I think already. I am talking about every other pastor that graces their pulpit, however, and especially those who go and get degrees. So, like any college, you've got hooligans and tomfoolery going on, and rules that probably shouldn't need to be laid out, but are because someone thinks that rules are going to keep us from sinning. They don't read Galatians, but that's neither here nor there. What I did wrestle with myself is, this passage is saying, hey, Jer, you're considering a vocation, and you're saying that either you think you're up to the task or you're going in for a harder judgment. And as a young 20, mid-20, young, smart guy, it was easy for me to overlook this. It was easy for me to write this off and just be like, yeah, I know. But that's okay, because I'm going to study really hard. I'm going to devote myself. I'm going to do all the things. All the check boxes, I'm going to check. And I can tell you now, 20 years in the future, I'm incurring a stricter judgment for myself. And I'm going to have well-earned all of the condemnation when my life is opened up before the judgment seat of Christ, and he judges me based on how I did. I get to sit with that again right now, this afternoon with you. Recognize, so I was talking to a friend the other night about some issues I was walking through. He says to me over this pint of beers, we're sitting there in Chevy's enjoying dinner. He says, well, with the things you studied in counseling, you should have known that. And I was like, yeah, I should have. And I didn't. And it took me a lot of years to come to that realization, the one that I came to and passed the test on when it was given. So that's the takeaway for me here. There's some really simple ideas in Scripture. This is one of them. Don't try to become a teacher because you're going to be held to a higher standard. That it's easy for me to run past in my zeal and not recognize just how much baggage I've picked up when I crossed that line and said, this is the direction I want to go, until I recognize just how much weight it actually does put on me. And at that point, it's too late. I can't be like, can I get a mulligan? Can I go to college and maybe choose something different? There's a weightiness. How I evaluate my life and how I look at my future, there's a weightiness that's easy for me to miss in my glibness, in my easy-go-lucky way, in my, hey, I'm young, I'm invincible. And I think James is aware of that. He probably did it himself. And he's probably looking at this from the vantage point of someone who has recognized, it's not as easy as it seems. It's very simple, but it's not easy. For teachers of the faith, for believers in the faith, it is simple, but it's not easy. So count the cost. That's a warning here. And he's going to go on to give us more application here, but I think it's the takeaway from here right now is count the cost.
I'll keep it short. There are a ton of pastors that are tripping and falling in sin right now. And Jerry, raising your hand. It is.
That's two hands
partly,
up there.
Hold on. It is partly out of God's love to correct them now. So understand that the strictness that is being held to their feet is one out of love. And so if you do step into teaching and you are now being asked to go to get help, know that that is God's love and grace because you are his. There you go.
Good way to rescue that. Thank you guys for coming with us. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.